everyone, my name's Lisa Hart, welcome back to my channel. Now I've got a quick question for you. Do you ever find yourself saying, I'm too busy? Well, if you're a working mum or a stay-at-home mum, you will often find yourself thinking that or definitely saying that to your partner. Stay tuned, because I have got 7 fitness hacks that will help you if you are a busy mum. So tip number 1 is to keep your workouts short. It doesn't matter if you do a 5, a 10, a 15, 20-minute workout. Any workout is better than nothing. Don't go setting unrealistic targets. Pre-pregnancy, you may have been doing hour workouts back to back on a daily basis. That was something I was doing. I was going to the gym all the time. But when you have your baby, you will find that that time suddenly flies out the window, especially when you have a newborn, because they are on demand and they need you around the clock. So what do? You try and find the time where you can actually fit that workout into your day. Now, I myself waited until I was clear for exercise. With my daughter it was 6 weeks, and with my little boy it was 8 weeks. So I had a feeling and understanding for when I was busy with them, when I had some free time, and then I could work out whether I had 5-minute sessions that I could do in the day or 10-minute sessions. You'll also find that as your children get older, you may have more time to work out. It won't be like hours and hours on end, but you may have more of a 20-minute session. So set realistic targets in terms of the time that you're going to spend. So I definitely say if you're a couple of months into being a new mum, pick 5-minute, 10-minute workouts where you can, and then when you feel more confident, maybe they're 3 months, 4 months down the line, pick a nice 20-minute workout where you can fit it in between a nap. It may be when they've gone to bed. If you have multiple children, you will have to then obviously juggle up the idea of when their naps fall into place, because sometimes they don't nap at the same time. So you may find out that throughout the day, it's a no-goer. You can't work out during that time, but maybe dedicate workouts to the end of your day. Yes, you may be a bit tired, but it is rewarding even if you do a 10-minute or a 15-minute session just to round off your day. So number 2 is how many times to work out. So in a week, you need to again be realistic with how many times you can actually work out. So if you've got a young baby, will you be able to work out 2 or 3 times a week? You need to work out with your partner when you can work out, how many times a week is sufficient, whether there's other commitments that you have during that time. If you've got things going on in the evening, if you've got certain times of the year which might be busier than others, you need to make sure that you're accommodating for the fact that you may not be able to do 5 sessions a week. I myself am doing 3 workouts a week, so that is the limit for what I want to do at the moment. I'm also doing something else which I'll divulge with you on Wednesday. At the moment, 3 workouts a week is more than enough for me. It makes sure that I'm giving all my effort in those 3 workouts. I'm not doing too many that I'm then exhausted and tired and just overall miserable for the rest of the time. So with that in mind, I make sure that I don't overdo it, and by setting those realistic goals, you're more likely to achieve them. And remember, if you achieve something, you're more likely to repeat that task that you've just done. You'll feel motivated to do something again. If you want to do 5 workouts a week and you only get to do 3, you'll feel like that's more of a failure. It's not, but you'll feel like it's more of a failure, and you're more likely to actually not engage in physical exercise at a later point. So number 3 is to set up a home gym. Now I know this sounds quite a daunting prospect, but believe me, when I run through it, it won't sound so scary. So for a home gym, you need minimal equipment. You don't even need to have a set space. I'm lucky enough to have a basement that I can use as my home gym, but you can work out in your living room, in your kitchen, any space that you've got. If you have a mat, that's great, because it just adds some support, and it also gives you that workout area. And if you want to, you can invest in cheap equipment. So a light set of dumbbells. You can invest in some resistance bands. We're not talking about machines or treadmills or anything that's too fancy and too expensive. No, you don't need to go and get a Peloton, but you can start off nice and simple, and that will give you your equipment for your workout. All my workouts are based on the idea that you're doing a home workout, so I use minimal equipment in all of my workouts through all my programs and all my content that you'll find on this channel. So my workouts are really geared for those of you like myself that just don't have the time or the energy to get to the gym. So number 4 is if you're early postnatal, set an intensity that's achievable. Again, this can run through the entire course of your postnatal journey, even if you're a few years down the line, but particularly if you're early postnatal, you may have been active during your pregnancy, pre-pregnancy, and then you have a baby, and then straight away you think, okay, I'm ready, I can get going, I can get back onto the bandwagon. No. Take it as easy as you need to and build it up slowly. So instead of trying something, really struggling, or doing yourself damage, which is definitely the worst thing you can do, instead build it slowly, build that confidence and build that strength, which you can do through a postnatal recovery program. I've obviously got my beginner program that you can involve yourself in, and that shows the idea that you can build up from doing a modified jumping jack where you're doing side steps with lifting an arm up, all the way up to a what we would call a standard jumping jack. So number 5 is get your kids involved. This is a very subjective idea, and this is if you want to do it. So a lot of people want fitness to be their time, myself included. I don't particularly want to have my kids around me when I'm working out, but if you don't find that you have any time where they're not around you, maybe they sleep really poorly or they need a lot of help at night time, and in the daytime they're keeping you busy, when they're a little bit older, try and involve them. Get them to do a workout with you. They've got so much content on YouTube where they've got kid-friendly workouts. You can do dance classes with your kids. You can actually go to like baby yoga, which is something myself and my daughter do. We go to one in our local area, which is a great thing to do. But even if you don't have time to find something on YouTube in terms of content, or go into like a baby class with fitness involved, just do some sit-ups with them, or you can do some squats. And if you've got a young baby, hold your baby, use them as the external weight. They enjoy it and they love to see your face as you're doing your squats. You can talk to them, you can sing to them, and they'll enjoy working out with you. Also, in light of that, you are being a positive role model for them, and being a positive role model is such a key thing, particularly in this day and age where social media can take over and they'll see what they want to be based on what they see on a screen rather than what's right in front of them. If you're working out and you're getting yourself involved in exercise, you're more likely to send the right message to your children to keep fit and active when they're older. Number 6 is to add in your steps. Now, you don't need a Fitbit, you don't need an Apple Watch to do your step count, but going for a brisk walk with your children is such a beneficial thing to do, and probably one of the easiest ways to incorporate exercise into your daily routine without even thinking about it. Now, if you've got really young children, so like myself, I've got my 4-month, you can take them for a walk and then they can fall asleep while they're on the walk. Do a brisk walk, don't totter around. If you're doing it as a form of exercise, you want to make sure you're getting your heart rate elevated so it's above that sort of resting phase. We want to actually get in a position where we are utilising stores a little bit more efficiently than what we would do, I don't know, like pottering around the house. If you've got older children, they love going for runs with you, so if you do have the ability to buy a stroller that's a running stroller, I would strongly recommend it. My daughter loves going for runs, and it's something that's really beneficial for both of us because she's enjoying the run, I'm enjoying taking her off on the run, so involve them in that sense. So number 7 is if you have the chance to go to a gym. Now, I know this is a big if, but if you do have the chance to go to a gym, always have your gym bag ready to go and in the car, because then that's one less excuse that you've got to not go to the gym, because you've already got your bag packed and ready, and it's one less thing for you to worry about in order to get there. If you go to a gym where you've got a creche maybe, utilise that. As long as your children don't kick off. Mine aren't the best in terms of being in a creche when I was working out, and I was getting the buzzer far too often and I was having to come out of my workout. But if they're great and they relax and they enjoy the creche, by all means do that, but make sure you've got that gym bag ready, because otherwise you're more likely to go, well, I don't have everything ready, it's a bit much of a hassle, I've already got to pack their bag and my bag. So eradicate one of those problems. So they're all my tips. My one bonus tip is to make sure that you do what makes you happy. Remember, if you are a fit individual or you're into fitness or you want to find something that gives you your me time, fitness is one of the best things you can do. And that doesn't matter whether it's yoga, whether it's running, whether it's a HIIT session. Finding time for yourself as a parent, as a mum, is one of the hardest things you can do, but it is a rewarding thing. You're not doing a bad thing by taking 20 minutes out for yourself. If anything, by making yourself happy and giving yourself some me time, you're actually making yourself a happy mum, which means that everyone else will be happy around you rather than being grouchy. Believe me, when I don't work out, I know that I've not worked out because I become the grouchy mum. So just make sure that you do everything that makes you happy to make them happy. I hope this video has been of help to you. If it has, please make sure that you do give it the like. On Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about something that I'm doing in the coming months. I'm so excited to be telling you what I'm going to be doing, but I will keep that shush for now, so mum's the word. And on Friday, I'm going to provide you a workout for the busy mums to make sure that you've got a quick workout that you can fit into your day, no matter how little time you've got. But other than that, please make sure that you do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And for me, it's bye for now.
My heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna pace it, cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension, move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true. We make out for the thrill of it, mess around.